essay we are going to start, right? One of the most taken for granted subject in UPSC, right? And we are going to start essay. I said now most taken for granted. Why I said that? Because if I ask the meaning of essay, how many of you will be appreciating that? What is the meaning of essay? Anybody? Yeah. Try. I'm giving hint also, but you try. You try. Tell me. Yes, koshish karo yaar. You can do it. See, when we bound ourselves, when we close our minds, we start finding things in books, then stuff. Then you will not be able to answer. Open yourself. When you're writing essay, thinking about essay, in fact, the total syllabus of UPSC needs that. Open up. Relax. Don't go back and want to open a book and see where it is written. I learned something. I don't know because I have not seen it anywhere. Acha, the knowledge is in your mind or it is in the books? Who said that? Yeah. From book to mind. She said mind. Who is correct? She or the boy or the girl? Vote. She is correct. Yeah, she is correct. Who wrote the book? From where? And experiences are in mind. Everything is there in mind. And you are sitting here. I think we do have some 10,000 or 12,000 years of history. And all the knowledge which was being accumulated and gathered by human being, where it is? It is transferred, translocated in your mind at least, some through genes and some through teachings, experiences, socialization and all. Most of you are from anthropology background, I hope. No, acha. If you are from anthropology background, you can appreciate this more. How we have brought that knowledge which was stored there in the nature, we engraved that, we in fact extracted that and brought in our mind. To believe one thing, everything is in your mind. For UPSC, it does not test how many books you have read, how many chapters you have learned. It only wants to know your experiences, what you have gathered till now and how you see the world. Do you think it logically, rationally? Do you see the world logically, rationally, or you see the world as being shown to you by the biased minds? That is the test in UPSC. In paper 1, in paper 2, in paper 3, in paper 4, in essay, everywhere, what is tested is your mind. What is tested is your emotional quotient, your social quotient, your intelligence quotient together. But we are trained to show our intelligent quotient only. And when we ask any question, you start searching where I read it. Did I or did I not? When you think, no, I don't think I have read this, that means a message is there in your mind that I don't know that. That's why essay paper is there. That's why essay paper is there. Essay paper is there to make you try. Make you try. Or make you attempt. try or attempt. If they ask questions in paper 1, they have given the syllabus history, geography, right? Indian society, art and culture. If they ask question in paper 2, they have given the topics like polity, constitution, international relations and social justice, right? You are bound there. But in essay, you are not bound. There are some universities, when they take, in fact, I am seeing, what I am saying, the changing nature of UPSC. It may happen that in few years, UPSC may tell you, make a topic and write an essay on that. The way it is going towards abstract, it may thought it better that, TK, you decide this, what to write and write. Many universities have started that. Many university entrances like Oxford and Stanford and all, they have started this. It may happen that in future, you have a blank paper there, question number 1, blank, write anything, decide a topic, choose a topic and write your essay. And you have to boldly mention that topic. Getting it? It may happen because the things are going towards more openness. They want you to try. Actually, essay paper is the real test of your attitude, your mind, your thinking capability, your logical and rational adaptability in the world. It is the real paper which tests that. That's why in most of the examinations, bigger examinations, essay is must. It may not ask history, it may not ask polity, but it asks essay. But what we have been taught till today, actually, I complete this. It is a French word, essayer, from where this word is derived, essayer, which directly means to try or to attempt. Essay means to try or to attempt. This is the real meaning of essay, which has been derived from a French word, essayer. Getting it? English also uses that common word or meaning of essay, but slowly and gradually that has changed to something very, very organized, you have to write in this way, you have to write in that way. In class 10, 12, everyone have written essay. Yes or no? And what was the topic and theme? Cow, family, friend, school, right? Or any experience or about any incident they have asked you to write. Try and write something on that, which is very abstract, which is not really very objective in nature. Why this subjectivity is there in UPSC exam? Most of the exams they have turned themselves into what? Objective, MCQs. But still UPSC is based on subjectivity. Actually, prelims is not your examination. Prelims is a sieve which filters the serious and non-serious candidates. Otherwise, they have to check 4 lakh copies. They don't want to check that 4 lakh copies. They want serious candidates. That's why they select 15,000 of them and check their answers. Right? In a country like India, 13 to 15,000 is good enough for 1,000 seats, right? Almost 800, 900 seats, right? Okay, so that's why subjectivity, they still continue. Why they continue? Why they continue with subjectivity still? Tell me. Difference of opinion. Emotional quotient, social quotient. And anything else? Storing knowledge is not enough. Your mind stores knowledge, but storing knowledge is not enough. Expressing it with a tadka of your own. Tadka means, tadka means what? It is very common word now. Tadka means a very innovative addition or value addition of your own. Every mind is different. It is coded differently. For a same experience, The learnings for two people are different. They want to know that what you have learned, what you have observed about the same issue. That's why no fixed model answer is there in UPSC. People try to draw model answers, but there is no fixed model answer. An answer which is very different from the model answer can get the maximum marks also, depending upon what they are doing, what they are writing. Got my point? Okay. So when we say essay, you have to try an attempt in writing. You have to try an attempt in writing. First of all, I will start with the syllabus of the essay. What is the syllabus of the essay? Very simply narrated in your syllabus copy. What is that? Is it visible to all? I have taken it directly from there so that no mix and match, right? If we say essay to 50 marks, to be written in the medium or the language, nothing to explain in that. The medium you choose Telugu, you can write in Telugu, you choose English, you can write in English, right? Candidates will be required to write an essay on specific topic, the topic which is given specifically there. Is it visible to all or not? You can sit in front also. The choice of subject will be given. Now they are not giving actually. This is a myth. The choice of the subject. It was being given till 2020, but after 21 they are not giving any kind of choice to you. They have limited your choices. They have given lot of philosophical reflective kind of essays which you have to write. Why they are turning towards reflective? We will talk on that also. They will be expected to this guideline, this 2-line guideline, learn by heart. Why? This is the only direction UPSC has given to write answers. Not only essay, in answers also you have to check these things only. Because they have never said what kind of answer they want. Did they? Apply an RTI, they will not answer. In the syllabus, they have not written that. What kind of answers we need. This is the only place they have given us some kind of indication that what they want from the student in a subjective kind of answer. This essay writing program which we are going through will help you in essay, will help you in ethics, will help you in writing better answers in paper 1, 2 and 3. Varna, we say in Kabir's Doha, Pothi padi padi jagmua, Pandit bhaya na koi. That means reading books is not enough. In one line we can say. You have to know a bit more than that. A bit more than that, right? They will be expected to keep closely to the subject. This is the first point which is required in answer writing, which is required in essay writing. Keep closely to the topic. Out of those 15,000 copies, almost 5,000 to 7,000 copies don't understand the topic of these kind of essays. They write on the topic, but the dimensions are varied in such a manner that the questions always which are being asked in UPSC, they are given an interplay of more than two things. Interplay of 2 or more than 2 things. You have read essays like women empowerment, but they will ask what is the fulfillment of new women in India. It is tough. Fulfillment of new women. So they have given 2 kind of dimensions. The modernity that is coming and the new kind of women empowerment that is rising. They have asked 2 dimensions. In every essay you will find 2 or more than 2 dimensions. and you have to show the interplay between those items. Interplay means you cannot go beyond that. How this is affecting this and how this is affecting this. You have to write that only. But people don't understand. Women, okay, women, I have read lot of things on women. I am a feminist. I can write anything. Women should be given this, that. They have asked something else here. Just understand that 5,000 copies are like that. They don't understand what they have written there. So keep closely. If you keep closely to the topic, it should be like, have you hammered a nail in the wall? How you hammer it? You have to hit on the head. Every hammer on the head. You cannot hit any hammer around the wall or in your hand, on your hand or anywhere. If you hit there, marks are deducted. Every hammer on the head. That means the topic which has been asked, the interplay that has been asked, should be reverberating in your mind. Should be reverberating in your mind. It should be, take that topic, mind mein dala, and you shake it like this. It will reverberate. Every line it should come once or twice. Okay, this is this, this is this, this is how. So we will write essays in a very different approach. I'll show you the lecture plan also, how we are going through. It is totally different. Different in the sense ki, though they want subjectivity, we have learned, we did not learn subjectivity in our life till now. We have learned all the things objectively. So we will make essay writing an objective phenomena. Have you seen a child playing with Lego pieces? Lego pieces, building blocks. We will use building blocks. We will build bricks. We will build other materials and we will start putting it together. Nowadays, how the houses are built? They are not built in a very mechanical manner as it used to be. It is very smart now. Walls are already made. How they build the bridges? Things are made. You need to bring and put them together and just fix it. That's what we will be doing in essay. We will have lot of Lego pieces. We will segregate those Lego pieces into sectors and use which sector to use where. These two here, these two here. This way we will complete whole essay. We will complete our introduction para in similar fashion. There are 3 blocks into that. These kind of blocks require these kind of statements that I have learned by heart. And those statements I will bring and put it. The second para, that is analytical in nature. So I will do analysis in such and such manner. If it is based on science and technology, we will do analysis in such and such manner. If it is based on social issues, we will do. So we will segregate it into pieces and we will learn like that. Let us come. So we will keep closely to the topic first of all. That helps. We have put the topic in our head. Now which Lego piece to pick? Getting it? Subject of the essay, arrange their ideas in orderly fashion. Point number 2. Point number 2, in answer also, in essay also. You cannot go hayward, writing the things which were to be written in the first para, you are writing in the last para. You cannot do that. If you do, less marks. That's why GS paper 1, 2, 3. What is the marks there? Average marks? 90 to 95, we can say average. Some are getting 110, but most of them are getting 70, 75, 72, like that. Getting it? That's why people are not scoring in GS papers, because they have missed this one, arranging their ideas in order. They are writing the things which is required there. Everything is there. But suppose you are cooking a sambar. What to put first? You know that. Before putting water, you are putting all the other things. Before putting oil, you are putting the vegetables. How it will taste? The examiner also feels bitter taste of your answer. And many answers are there that spoil the mood of the examiner even. The first answer he opens, it's really bitter. He will not give marks to many of them. That is psychology also. Though they try to keep objectivity, but we are humans. If we are checking answers, if we get the first answer is so nice that it made our mood, what will happen? The next answer, we will be considerate enough. Yes or no? Considerate enough, right? So arranging ideas in orderly fashion is important. Third point, write concisely. Write concisely means no loquaciousness, no beating of tongue, no beating around the bush. I'll come to the point. I'm beating around the bush and coming to the point, beating around the bush and coming to the point in every para. That won't help. So we will write answers concisely. The next line, the next point is brevity of expression. Brevity of expression and exactness of expression. The next 2 points are brevity of expression and exactness of expression. Credit will be given for effective and exact expressions. Effective and exact expressions. That means what? To the point. Means hitting on the head. To the point means hitting on the head of the nail. Otherwise, what will happen? Your fingers may get hurt. Means your 1 year may get wasted. I started with the sentence that this essay paper is taken for granted. But this is the paper which makes you or breaks you in mains examination. Apart from your optional and ethics paper, these are the, I say, the golden quadrilateral. These are the golden quadrilateral. If we draw like this, optional paper 1, optional paper 2, you have essay and you have ethics. This is which makes you IAS or IPS. These are the papers which decide your fate next 40 years. You will salute or you will be saluted. These are the quadrilateral. That's why I call it the golden quadrilateral of your exam. This is the golden quad. This decides that next 40 years you will be saluting someone or people will be saluting you. Getting it or not? Extreme statement, right? But it is reality. It is reality. If you get group B services, you will be saluting whole your life. Though it is not that key, if you get group A services, you will not salute, but you will salute less than others. You will salute to 1 or 2 people. And down the line, 40 to 100 people will be saluting you. That's why this 250 means 1000 marks are very important for you. Out of these two come together. If you are good at writing essays, you will write good answers in ethics too. That is but obvious, because ethics also is very abstract in nature. It is also very volatile in nature. It is liquid in nature. It is very hard to define the boundaries of any question of ethics. Similarly, it is hard to define the boundaries of questions in essay. But these are objectives. These are quite objective. What is there in optional. So this is a balance. You have to maintain 500 here and 500 here. You take care of optionals. Sometimes you do work on ethics because it is very overrated. It is easy to get marks there. But easiest one is essay. Any essay paper is 1.5 times GS paper. 1.5 times GS paper. You will get 80 to 90 marks in GS papers. You may get 140 to 150 marks in essay. That's why I am saying it is 1.5 times GS paper. And the amount of energy spent on GS papers vis-a-vis to essay paper, the ratio is, I think, 1:6. 1:6 or less than that. It may get to 1:10 also. You spend almost 90% of your energy on essay, GS, and only 10% of your energy on essay. Yes or no? How many of you are quite a bit prepared about your GS papers? Quite a bit. I am not saying it is a very vague thing to say that you are prepared, but means quite a bit confident over GS papers. Yes, one only. That is the ratio, I think, 99:1. 2, 3. Yes, yeah. Now the hands are coming. Okay, be confident, yaar. Be confident. Half of the victory is in your mind. When it hinders, I have not done, yaar. I have not finished yet. You are not going to win the war. That is not going to finish any day. Victorious, win the war in the mind and then go to the war and win it. And non-victorious, what they do? They go into the war and then try to win it. They go into the war and then try to win it. And victorious, they have already won. That is what confidence is known as. That's why people say that 50% is confidence game in UPSC. If you are not confident and you are prepared 100%, I can bet on the bond paper you will not pass. If you are confident and you have prepared only 60% of the syllabus, I can bet that you can get rank also. That is how it works. But confidence comes when you know clearly where are you going, why you are going, how you are going. How others are going, that does not matter to you. How you are going, how you are preparing. So clear up your strategies. Next 2 months, work on 250 marks of essay, and next 1 month or 1.5 months you can give to ethics also. If you give 1.5 month or 2 months to essay, it will score you 40 to 50 more marks than other subjects. It's very easy. Only thing you have to do is you have to be in practice regularly, knowing the tricks, applying those tricks on and off. In a week you can write 3 to 4 essays or 2 essays, at least 2 essays. One on Wednesday, one on Sunday, like that. 1 or 2 frames of the essay. I'll teach you how to write frames. Getting it? So, when you are writing essay, be concise, be precise, be exact, and be close to the topic. That's what is being said by UPSC. Rest we have to learn here. Rest we have to learn here. How we will do essay, I'll let you know the lecture plan first. Let me show you the lecture plan so that you can understand it better. Just see by lecture plan. Seeing my lecture plan, you will know how we are going to do it. Lecture 1, introduction and types of essays. We will talk about types of essays tomorrow. How many types are there? Like argumentative essays, persuasive essays, reflective essays. What kind of essays are being asked in UPSC? Their examples, how to deal with them in a nutshell, right? Then we will go steps of essay writing. Which stage to clear when? It's very awkward when you hear to things like we will start from back. We will start from conclusion. We will start from conclusion. It is very unique method. I'll tell you why. I'll show you a picture that may help you understand things better. I think nothing to say, right? Before you start anything, learn to finish it. And if you don't know how to finish it, you will be regarded as Abhimanyu, not Arjun. Do you know about Abhimanyu in Mahabharata? He knew how to start, but he did not know how to conclude things. Getting it? The first thing in an essay should be, after understanding the topic, you must know how to conclude things. Otherwise, this will happen. Who is he? Mr. Beans? Have you seen that? Mr. Beans did that. He painted the house, but this way. He got trapped in that. Abhimanyu was a A-class warrior, but he did not know how to finish it. That's why he got killed in the battlefield, could not clear the final examination. He could not clear the mains actually. But Arjun knew how to finish it. When Arjun started the war, he threw his gun, means Gandiv, and sat down on the floor. I don't know how to finish it, because he was seeing the conclusion first. He knew that he is going to win the war. That means he have to kill Dronacharya, he have to kill Bhishma, he have to kill Karna, he have to kill everybody on the other side. And he knew that he is going to kill. That's why he thought about the conclusions first. He told to Shri Krishna that, Lord, how I will conclude my essay? Because conclusion is very drastic. I cannot handle it. What Gita taught was how to conclude. What after killing them? That is Bhagavad Gita in one line. How to handle that? Because, why conclusion I say? Suppose I tell you to go somewhere, like I tell you to go to Mumbai or say Delhi. You got a train from Hyderabad, but you don't know where Delhi is and why I am going there. No purpose, no ending. In the morning you wake up, you saw Bhopal station in between. And you were amazed to see the environment there, the people there, or some beauty or handsome personality there. You said, Chodo yaar Delhi, let's get down to Bhopal. You will get down anywhere. You don't know the conclusion, you will end your essays abruptly. You don't know the destination, the essay, the examiner. How he will know that where you are going? What is your... There is a question, always there is a question, a problem to solve. You don't know the answer, how you will manage the process in between? Conclusion is that in my mind, the shape, the final shape of the product is decided. The car I am designing, how many of you are engineers? How many mechanical? One. Yeah, you will be appreciating this more. The design of the car, the end product of the car I am designing is already known to me. Then I will fit the parts into it. Where to fit which part to get my car. Or botany students can see, like, if I am designing a garden, what kind of graft I will do, what kind of flower I want. I want yellow flowers on the red rose, yellow roses on red rose. What I will do? I will do some grafting there. The end product must be in your mind. If you don't know the end product, you cannot conclude, you cannot write an answer. That's why we decide conclusions before anything in the essay papers in UPSC. And that is a sheer fact. This is the first time you are hearing this. Anybody starting from conclusion. And that has come after a lot of experience, lot of, yeah. Getting it? Then after conclusion, what you will do? After conclusion. How you will do, I will start tomorrow, but I am trying to draw a picture about how we are going to carry out our course. Then we will come to the next step. After knowing the steps, will be introduction, not introduction, the parts of introduction. We will break introduction into many parts. Like introduction has three major parts. Number one is the hook. The hook statement. Hook statement means, don't write now, we'll do it. Hook statement means, you know, love at first sight. There is no such thing like love at first sight, but actually we say like that. Seeing something and attracting towards that. So you should have something in your essay. The trailer of the essay. Actually trailer is a bit later, but the feature of the essay. The first poster. Mahesh Babu punching someone like this, right? Or Mahesh Babu looking in a very different attitude, right? That is the first look you need in the essay. Seeing that, you decide to watch the movie or not to. Why to waste 250 rupees, right? Examiners also see like that only. How much time to spend on this essay will be decided by your hook statement. If he is attracted towards your essay, in the first line, Acha, this is the case, okay, let us. Then comes the connectors, the backgrounders, how you use the backgrounder. In that, your experience will matter. Your experience will matter. Third is the thesis statement. Thesis statement is the trailer of the essay. Thesis statement is the trailer of the essay. Trailer means a short paragraph which will show the total script of the film. Total script of the essay means how you think, what you think about this issue. You think it positively, you think it negatively, you take it in a balanced form. What form you are going to take, what stance you are taking in the essay. How many of you are cricketer? How many of you play cricket? No girls? Women cricket is going like anything. The pay scale is also now increased, not increased, it is equalized. Think of it. Take the kajal, right? In cricket, when a batsman comes and takes the stance, it shows how he is going to play today. If he is opening up his chest, that means he is going after the bowler. When he is closing his chest, that means he will hold on for some time. Bowlers know that, and that's why they bowl like that. I'm not a cricketer, but for teaching you essay, I need to watch movies, I need to watch cricket, even football also sometimes I need to see. These are the things where from I will get the examples, the anecdotes, the examples. Only writing the arguments will not be enough. You have to substantiate those arguments with the facts, data, examples, anecdotes, and you will be smart enough to create anecdotes. Your life is very simple. In a room, 12 hours of studying or 15 hours of studying, meeting none, going nowhere. Life is really hell. In that life, getting examples is really tough because you don't meet people. I meet a lot of people every day, and in fact, a lot of experiences I get. I learn from those experiences. I use those experiences everywhere. This idea came when I was watching Mr. Beans, that idea of painting one. I found that code there, not code, that picture. I have to search that picture and design that picture, write the quote over there, like that. Similarly, you have to be creative enough to design some anecdotes. Once I was going in a train, I found a girl. She was sitting under the seat. Small girl was there. I asked, where you are going? This is Sudha Murthy's story actually. This is Sudha Murthy's story. So the lady asked that, where you are going? The girl said, I am going nowhere because I don't have any destination to go. I don't have any person to meet. I don't have my father. I don't have my mother. She took her to Delhi, and in Delhi, she gave her to any NGO. And later on, in some lecture, she delivered the story of her own, Sudha Murthy. That lady came to meet her. You are the girl, na, that was sitting under that bench. Getting it? So this is a story, anecdote. Anecdotes from Ramayana, anecdotes from Mahabharata or Bible or Quran or anywhere. For that you have to read at least. If you are not going anywhere, bring the world to you. And there is one thing which can bring world to you. Books. And if you are a video type of guy, documentaries. International and national documentaries you should watch. Or read Yojana and Kurukshetra to know the real stories from villages. You should read magazines if you don't read books. When you go for tea or breakfast with your classmates or colleagues, what do you discuss there? Politics. Only politics. Actually, that is actually the discussions are not politics there. That is more than politics. That is totally different actually. That becomes anecdote. Pick your anecdotes from there. There may be some student, some friend of yours who is experiencing some kind of depression. Try to bring him up. And in that process you will learn a lot of things. It is not that always you are the person who is going to break the records. It is sometime your belief in somebody who is going to break the record. Always never try to show down to anybody. Try to appreciate him, whatever he is doing. Don't say, sir, smuggling also. Then also I will appreciate. Don't do that. Actually, try to bring him to different direction. He will be rocket. Misguided missiles. They are misguided missiles like BrahMos misguided to Pakistan, right? So they are misguided missiles. They achieve lot of things. More than you and me. So just you need to direct them properly. They are misguided missiles. Smugglings or doing wrong things. Your friend might be doing some cheap or wrong things. Try to guide them towards the right one. You will get somebody. Getting it? After doing that, selecting and understanding the topic, we will design conclusion on various essay themes. On lot of themes like philosophical, non-philosophical, both the themes we will be doing. We will be doing social issues like education, we will be doing sports, we will be doing, so we will design some conclusions for that. For every essay related to women. One dimension you can write. The other dimension which is being asked you can fix there. Getting it? So your notes of essay, first time you will be seeing that we will be making notes on essay. And that revisable notes will help us in the examination like anything. We are going to build building blocks, small blocks. And that block will fit in any of the essays of that type. That is how we will be, that's why I use the word designing conclusion. We will have some kind of designer conclusions. We'll keep that with us. Mix 2 lines from this design, 2 lines from this design, create a new design. And that is your new conclusion. But you have to be smart enough. You need to learn that, practice that many times. Then only you can do that. When in cricket also, when there is a bouncer like swing bouncer, what you will do? You can pull it or hook it. What you will do will be decided on the spot. But you must learn how to pull the ball, how to hook the ball. You must learn that. That learning we will be doing in the essay class. Selecting and understanding topics and designing conclusion, then developing thesis statement. After conclusion, we will be developing thesis statement. That is the trailer. Getting it? Means thesis statement is how we are going. Conclusion is where we are going. Where we are going. So we have decided we are going to Delhi or we are going to Mumbai. So how we will be going? We will be going through air or through train or through bus or through by car or any other mode of transportation. That is decided in thesis statement. And use of quotes, examples, anecdotes on various themes. 2 things we will be doing simultaneously. Designing thesis and designing some quotes, means selecting some quotes. We will have category wise quotes, like quotes on education, from films, from personalities, from social workers, wherever we get, right? We will be collecting some examples on women doing wonder in agriculture, women doing wonder in science and technology, women doing wonder in law or judiciary. Similarly, we will be designing quotes on women lagging in judiciary, women lagging in science and technology, women lagging in politics. So which one is required, we will pick that statement and put it there. For every theme we will have 10 to 12 or 15 quotes, not more than that. We don't need to learn 60 or 600 quotes, no. 10 to 15 on each issue. There are 5 to 7 issues, like environment is there, education is there, health is there, sports is there, politics is there, economics is there, and international relation is there. Means across your syllabus we will be designing these kind of quotes and examples and anecdotes. Anecdotes, actually, what is the meaning of anecdote? Short stories that may be imaginary, that may be real also. So we can write some of the short stories, and we will not write stories, we will write hint of the story and learn the story. Stories are the things which are remembered. As I said, Abhimanyu was there. So Abhimanyu did not know the end of the war. I narrated one difference. You can use it somewhere like, what was the difference between Abhimanyu and Arjun? Arjun can foresee the future. And foreseeing their future, the man is trying to decide the present. Means he is trying to go according to the future. What Krishna is saying, don't go according to future. Know the future, but go according to today's requirements. You can use these things. Somebody says that, is it ethical to achieve a bigger goal, you sacrifice some smaller goals? Is it ethical? It is ethical or not? You can give example of Krishna there. When Sakuni came to Krishna and said, how are you, Krishna? How are you doing nowadays? He said, I'm fine, always smiling. Sakuni said, smiling? Your 80 crore, na? 80 crore Akshuri Sena is with me. Karna is with me, who cannot lose this war. Bhishma, who cannot be killed. Drona, till he is having some kind of weapon in his hand, nobody can kill him. How you will win this war, Krishna? Krishna said, and he even added that, Krishna, you are not going to use weapon in this war. You promised, and I think you will keep your promise. Krishna smiled again and said, yes. He said, I will kill Karna. I will kill Bhishma and Drona. And that too by cheating. Shakuni said, you Bhagwan, you God, you Lord, being Lord, how can you cheat? He said, that is not cheating, that is process. The end goal is to establish dharma. The end goal is to establish dharma. The process does not matter. But those processes will be ethical in nature. Kaise? We will explain that. Kaise? Anecdotes. I gave 2 anecdotes like. So these are the anecdotes from Ramayana. You can use anecdotes from Ramayana also. Sometimes when there are essays, philosophical essays like adversities. Adversities build a personality, build a man. Yeah, adversities makes a man a man. There is a quotation like that. Think of that. You can start with this. Ki Lord Rama. I am not religious actually, but these are very nice books, outstanding books of the world. They teach you a lot of things. Lord Rama was actually not Lord. He was prince of a small kingdom named Awadh. Small kingdom named Awadh. And he went to jungles. He faced torturous 14 years of, you prepare for 1 or 2 years, he prepared for 14 years. Neither prelims nor mains. He was tormented. Lost his kingdom. He wore a khadau. That was also taken by Bharata. Bhaiya de do, hum le jayenge isko. What is this here? Means in the jungle, barefoot. He went there barefoot. And that too with a beautiful wife. Ye to hona hi tha. Ravan came, pick her up. She was so beautiful. She was godly, heavenly. Whoever will see, take her. And Ram in a jungle, only with a handmade bow and arrow, can do nothing. He lost his wife. Neither he has any air force or naval force or army. Nothing he had. Neither Nag, not Agni, not Sagarika. Nothing he had. Even Aryan class was missing there. Very good. Must be appreciating if you haven't learned internal security. Aryan class is the nuclear submarine of India, indigenously made. He had nothing. What Ravana has? Everything. Strongest navy in the world. Strongest air force. He has planes here. With that plane, Pushpak only he took away Sita came from Sri Lanka to Panchavati in the middle of India and took her. But these all adversities, when Lord Rama came back to Ayodhya on the Diwali day, he went to whom? Kaikeyi or Kaushalya? He went to Kaikeyi, not Kaushalya. Kaushalya was his real mother. And thanked her. Why he thanked her? Because he went a prince and came back as a lord. That 14 years of adversity made him lord. To become lord, you need to go through those adversities. Now you are going, I know. You are suffering. People are In discotheques, you are writing answers, finding, brainstorming and finding points and dimensions, macro dimension, micro dimension, whatever. You are reading Yojana, boring magazine, one of the most boring magazine of the world. You are reading Yojana, and they are making Yojana for a picnic, for a night out. Your life is mess. Believe me. But this mess will make you Lord. They will be common, you will be uncommon. People can find people like them everywhere. You will be unique. So believe in yourself. Have faith in time. सबका टाइम आता है. अपना टाइम आएगा, you know. अपना टाइम आएगा. Right? So Lord Rama's time came. He went as a prince. If he decided not to go to the jungle and not abide his father, go away Dashratha, who are you? This kingdom is mine, like Dhritarashtra's son Duryodhana. This kingdom is mine, nobody can take it. Who is this Kaikeyi Kaushalya? But he obliged. When he came back, he was received as a god. Since he came back, he became god. Not in the jungle, not when he was prince, but when he came back, suffering those adversities. That means adversity shapes a man. Whosoever it is, without adversities, cannot become a man. That's what the theme of the essay was. So this is the anecdote, short anecdote. You can start with that. Lord Rama went like a prince and came back like a, what was the transformative thing there? That the adversity was the transformative thing there. Getting it? Clear? So we will do anecdotes also. We will learn lot of anecdotes. We will try to build some anecdotes, how to design an anecdote, what to keep in mind while designing an anecdote. We will learn in that phase. Developing thesis statement and use of quotes, examples, anecdotes on various themes. Then introduction creation. This is introduction creation skill. Now you have got thesis statement, you have got hook statement, examples, anecdotes and all. You have got a connector now. So with those three, arranging those three in a line, your introduction is prepared. If you know the thesis statement, if you know the anecdote, connect that thesis statement with that anecdote, that is the connector statement, that is the backgrounder you require in. Getting it? Next, introduction, creation skill and practice on various essay themes. We will start practicing from here. In fact, while writing conclusion, we will write 10 to 20 or 30 or 40 conclusions also. We will design those conclusions in our own way. Okay. I'll show you some kind of mind maps through which we can design those conclusions, thesis statement and all. Then the next phase, the longest phase, is the brainstorming and developing macro and micro dimensions, mind maps for body on various essay themes, right? So we will be designing those themes. Brainstorming. How we brainstorm actually? What is the meaning of brainstorming? We will learn how to brainstorm, how to create these things. We will try once. Let's try how to brainstorm. This you can do because you have content. The thesis statement we have to teach, the anecdotes we have to teach. But brainstorming you can do on some issues, most common issues. Most of you must have come from some agrarian background, from village or nearby towns. You must have seen. Let us design let's brainstorm in topic agrarian crisis. Agrarian crisis, right? What you will do when you are designing agrarian crisis? What you will do first? Yeah. Macro and micro dimensions. How you do it? Anybody has written essay and drawn some brainstorms? What do you do? How you do in your copy? This way you will not be able to do. Just talking to me will not be able to do. How you draw these things? Listen one thing. You have to write the essay before you write the essay. You have to write the essay for 15 minutes in your rough page. Then only you can write the essay on your main page. That is the thumb rule for essay. That is the thumb rule for essay. Just, this is the essay. Agrarian distress and economic mismanagement of policies. I will teach you open page thinking. Open page thinking means what? Just listen to that. Don't write in point wise. Point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. Not in a straight page. Take a full page. Write the topic in the middle of the page as it is written. And draw lines and arrows. Whatever point you get, whatever. Relevant as well as irrelevant, whatever point you get, you draw that. After drawing that, you cross the irrelevant points. Then number the relevant points. First I will write this, then this, then this, then this, then this. This is how you brainstorm. You are not Einstein. And you are not neither Narendra Modi or Swami Vivekananda or any personality who have lived his life for 70 years. I'm saying Narendra Modi because if the matter or topic is of politics, he knows politics better than anybody else in this country, at least as of now, because 15 years of chief ministership and then 10 years of prime ministership, 25 years of premiership, nobody is there. Kaun hai? Jyoti Basu is gone. He was the only person who was having more experience than him. 37 years of chief ministerships or premiership. Getting it? I am talking about that experience, if it is politics. So you will write in the middle of the page and think of whatever you can think about this topic, these dimensions. Agrarian distress and economic mismanagement. 2 dimensions are there. Interplay between them will produce lot of effects. Please do it. We will take 5 to 7 minutes in this. Try. Only listening will not do. Work. Everybody. I'll come and see. It may be wrong, it may be right, whatever. Ask your brain to give some information to you. Don't say it that you have not learned about it, you know nothing about it. Whatever comes in your mind, write it. Whatever comes in your mind. Shall I? Agrarian distress and economic mismanagement of policies. No helping from there. In the middle of the page. Not point wise, beta. Not point wise. Take the middle of the page. It is new thing. It is known as open page thinking. This is known as open page thinking. Whatever. Don't think that it is UPSC essay. Think that you are in an essay competition and you are writing that. And you know you are not going to win the prize. This is actually engineers' method of doing thing. If you don't do this, don't blame that engineers are getting the seats. No order, no rules, nothing. Write anything. Open up your mind on agrarian crisis. Whatever. Think about the Gandhi's talisman. Not like this. Not like this. You are mechanical engineer, you said. You are writing like an arts student. Write like an engineer. Anywhere, not in order. Yahan bhi. If you are in order, that means you are limiting your brain. Some of you are raising more points than I have thought of. Really? Because everybody's point will be different. According to them. And that's what is required in UPSC. Your innovation. Hello. Is it done? Try it, try. If you don't try, Essay means try. Essay means attempt. Anything, anything. Want to write in Telugu? Want to write in Telugu? No foundation, write in Telugu. Yes? No foundation. First write the topic. At least write the topic in between. You can make it, you can make it. Let us see what are the points. Who has written the maximum number of point ratings? Maximum points. Who has written that? According to you, I think. This was more than enough, sir. You? How many points? 6 points. 13 point, right. 9. 13. 15, highest. 10, very good. 7. 7. This much you know, at least 7 points means 7 paragraphs. And how many paragraphs you require in UPSC examination in body part? To get 10 to 12. 10 to 12 paragraph is more than enough. How you write the paragraph matters more. The points you can generate, anybody can generate. If you think, these are the points. Let us see, some points I have jotted down. Very simplistic one, though, so that everybody can appreciate who has read the topic and who has not read the topic. Actually, I teach most of the topics through mind maps, through mind maps. That is easy to recall, easy to grasp, and easy to connect. When you make notes, how you make notes actually? You copy from any book, this is good, this book, this is good. You collect, you don't make notes actually, you edit the syllabus. You edit the syllabus. Writing it with blue, red and yellow, not yellow, green pen. You edit the syllabus. Don't write like that, write like this. Because something is there in your mind and something on the paper. The thing on the paper will stimulate your mind to think the sentence. Always try this. Whatever notes you are making. You must have seen the toppers' notes. Are they not like this? Are they not in a very graphical and diagrammatic manner? Because that is easy to revise. Because studying 13 hours, you are gathering lot of things in your mind. Just you need to remember those lines during your examination. Your input and output process should be very balanced in nature. It is the output, the quality of the output you will put on the paper will depend on the quality of input you have taken. If you have taken in a very holistic manner like this, ki everything I want to learn and mug up, on that day you will forget. Because you won't be able to revise it 20 times. But this way you can revise in 20 times actually. Let us see. Definition of agrarian distress. Anything in essay will start from some kind of explanation or definition. Contribution and importance of agriculture. You are going to the topic. Then mismanagement of agriculture from British India to present day. Something connector, a history. Mismanagement, why this happened, how this happened. The distress which is we are facing is not created by us. Actually it was created by the legacy of the Britishers. Green Revolution and its impact connecting to distress. Distress happened, acute famines used to occur in the 60s. You must quote the lines of Lal Bahadur Shastri when he said every Indian needs to fast one day in a week so that everybody gets the food. That was the condition of our country. From there you will connect the Green Revolution, then impact of globalization connecting to distress. Government policies like Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samriddhi Yojana. This is just indicative. not all the schemes. Achha, how many of you have written these points actually? The green revolution, globalization, government policies. Raise your hand. Government policies, globalization you missed. So, the green revolution you have written. Britishes you have written. See, means points are there in your mind. You need to focus more and bring it on the paper. This you don't know. That has not been taught to you since your childhood. How to bring things. They have taught you how to learn, not how to produce. They have not taught you how to produce. They have taught you how to become successful. They have not taught you how to handle failures. These are the problems of our academic institutions. The academic model which were developed in the British era, they never want you to become successful. Getting it? That's why they never taught you how to handle failures. They don't want to think by your own. They wanted to prepare Macaulay's minutes. Macaulay's minutes wanted to prepare clerks. 1833. Lord Macaulay, when he came, he brought the new education system. What for? To create clerks. So they have not allowed you to think. This is how you will open your mind and think. Why I use this process? Because this opens your mind. This does not limit your mind. Allows you to think anything. Then if it is wrong, cut it down. Okay? Again, let us see some more points. This way. See how many points can come. And these all points, you know actually. When you see this on the board, you appreciate, oh, I was knowing this, how I couldn't get it on the paper. Because you are not processed into these kind of thinking. During this tenure, every day we will practice this kind of things to recall. And when we recall, that is what UPSC wants, how you recall things. Poor implementation of policies is the problem. Lack of infrastructure is the reason for the agrarian crisis. Forward and backward linkages are not there. Forward and backward linkages means no storage system, right? No proper seed securing system or preserving system, right? They are not supplied the urea and the fertilizers timely. That is the backward linkage. No scientific know-how, no soil testing. Getting it? You can add those things. And in forward linkages, the cold stores, the transportation, the warehousings, the market, the mandis, you can connect all those things, right? Unscientific practices, no crop rotation, because MSP is available only on one or two crops. Getting it? Major crops only, right? Environmental, soil and water concerns. These are the new upcoming issues, environmental issues due to agriculture. The huge amount of methane being produced there, right? Soil, everything comes from soil. Everything grows from soil. And if soil is not preserved, this plastic menace is killing our soil. Plastic menace. This pesticide and fertilizer is killing our soil. We need to save our soil. So how to preserve means ZBNF. Have you heard about that? Yes. Zero budget, natural farming. That we can use the Bijamrit, the Jivamrit and all those things, right? Seasonal and subsistence agriculture and supporting avocations. The nature of agriculture is seasonal and subsistence in nature. Actually, we will do these topics, we will write these topics, but I am just indicating how we will be brainstorming things. We will be discussing each and every issue and how to develop a paragraph. How to develop a paragraph on this. When you are going to develop a paragraph for body, that has a different approach. How you develop it? First, this is what? This is the topic statement. This is a topic statement. After topic statement, you will have analysis statements one by one. You will analyze that topic. How financial inclusion will in fact get rid of the agrarian crisis. Analysis 1, analysis 2, analysis 3, 3 to 4 kind of analysis you will be giving with some examples and all. And then in the same paragraph there is a conclusion statement. Topic statement, analysis statement and conclusion. I said na Lego pieces. Design your topic statements like this. When we will be learning arguments, we will be designing our arguments on those basis, analysis statements. We will use some examples from our collection of examples, Lego pieces, and we will conclude that what it should lead to. One paragraph complete. And this way, if we complete 12 paragraphs, body complete. Is it not easy? Is it not worth getting it? Need for taxing agriculture. So we will discuss, is it required or not? If we tax, what will happen? If we don't tax, what will happen? And lastly conclude that in a country like India, taxing agriculture will not be beneficial. Rather than taxing them, we will facilitate them more through information, through science and technology, through infrastructure, through backward and forward linkage. Conclusion statement. Over. 5 to 7 lines. Over. Again, absence of proper credit facility, inequality in ownership, lot more point can come. Who said ki 12 paragraph is very tough? If you go very systematically, you can write 20 paras even, not required there. Don't write more than 1200 words. But from here we can select. If we have got 20 points, we can cut down some of the vague points and write only the important ones which are very relevant today. Over. This way we will be doing our brainstorming, and then 3 to 4 days or 5 days, 3 to 4 or 5 lectures will be required for this brainstorming sessions. We will be doing on every topic, right? Then developing arguments for code based philosophical essays. This is very important nowadays. How we develop arguments for quote based philosophical essays. If there is a quotation, how to develop an argument for or against or describing that statement. That is very useful in essay. Practicing and discussing content and structures of economy and science and technology oriented essays. Next day, practicing and discussing content and structure of social issues, health, education, women, media, sports oriented essays. Next, practicing and discussing content and structure of environment, climate oriented essays. Practicing and discussing content and structure of polity and international issues oriented essays. This is how we are going to conclude our session, this session. This is almost 40 hours. In 40 hours we will be learning these things very systematically, in a very designed format. If you need, I can discuss these things in last year's paper, means this year's paper. UPSC mains essay paper UPSC 2022. Need to know ki kya aaya tha, what was there and how we will be dealing that. We have learned the process. Let us apply that process here if we can. You will say, sir, in these 2 hours I will learn lot of things about essay. There is no requirement for other things, right? Let us see, is it required or not? This was the paper. Actually, the questions were this. Visible from behind. Section A was, forests are the best case studies for economic excellence. Forests are the best case studies for economic excellence. What are the two dynamics here? Forest and economic development. Eco balance. In one line you can describe that. Eco balance, economy and ecology balance. How the forest, proper use and proper spread of forest will develop your economic excellence. That is the, why they are calling forest as a case study? case study. Means we have to study the balancing nature of the forest. How forest creates itself, how forest destroys itself when required. How forest grows, how forest shrinks, how forest manages itself when it is drought. How they survive that, how they regenerate again. If we want to develop an economy, what we require? We require mosses. Because from mosses you develop a forest. Ferns and mosses. The stages, sequence of what do you call that? Succession. Yeah, succession. In environment you must have studied that how forests are grown. Similarly, we will, knowing that, we will be appreciating the growth of economy. If we want to develop a region economically, how we can learn it from forest? How we can? Because they have said it is a case study. Forest is a case study for what? Economy. How to eat the cake and have it too. That is what forest says. Eat the cake and have it too. Destroy some forest, regenerate some other. Getting it? They have their own life, own system, own world of their, which is more organized than our world. You need to develop a SEZ, suppose. How you will develop? How you should develop it so that it can develop and sustain too. It should not harm the surrounding environment like the agricultural lands and all. How you will develop that economy? Now the economy does not mean only the GDP, only the productivity. Now economy means sustainability, inclusion. That is what forest teaches us. So thinking it on that dimension requires more and more connectivity with your topics, with your syllabus. Right? The second one, the poets are the unacknowledgeable legislators of the world. Poets are the unacknowledged legislators. How? Again, the example of Ramayana and Mahabharata, Bible and Quran. What are they? Are they prose, or are they verses, or they are verses? They are poetry actually. And they have created the norms of the society, the moral values of the society. Yes or no? When we read Kabir ka Dua, Kabir Vani, is there in translated version in Telugu of Kabir? Yes? If you get it, please read that. If it is in Telugu, it is there in English. If it is in Telugu also. Tola ke Pyars, you can read that. You can read Kamban's Ramayana. These are the books of prose or poetries which are examples of how poets create the value system of the society. How the poet creates the laws of the society. Yes or no? It was based on that only. We'll discuss that. History is a series of victories won by the scientific man over the romantic man. Who is the scientific man? Who is the romantic man? Who is the scientific man? Series of victories won by the scientific man over the romantic man. Dreamers and doing things, right? Romantic man means dreamers, only dreamers who defy logics. Romantic means who defy, says, मैं उसके बिना जिंदा नहीं, I cannot live without her. That is, how you can't live? Is she oxygen? Or is she food or protein? When you say I can't live without protein, I can't live without oxygen, that is scientific. So romantic man, you understood? Illogical. That is not logical. Supralogical, which is supralogical. Getting it? And which is logical or rational is scientific. This is how you develop your arguments. Getting it? I can't live without. Romantic. How romantic, nahi? The girl also knows. I know you live on food, you live on oxygen, you live on water. But it feels good. Because Sigmund Freud said one thing, that there is only one, in fact not one, it was two, I defy saying the second one. There are two desires on which the life of individual revolves. There are two desires. What are they? Can you answer? Sigmund Freud, who are the from philosophy or psychology background? Nobody from psychology? Don't you study psychology? That is going to become compulsory even in engineering, sociology and psychology. Yeah. Anybody? Try. Love and fear. Means the great grandsons of Sigmund Freud, they came to that conclusion rather. Anybody? Try it. One was right. Reproduction was right actually. Desire to reproduce, to procreate like my own. Desire to have sex. That is but small one. The biggest one is desire to be important. Desire to be important. Sigmund Freud's rule number one, Sigma rule 1. Desire to be important. When you dress up and come out from your house, and when you come out somebody says, you are looking handsome today, you are looking beautiful today. How you feel, tell me. And why you dress? Why you dress nicely? To be important. Why you are wanting to become an IAS or IPS? To be important in society. Everything you do, every task you take up, only for one thing, to be important. That is the thumb rule of the world. Getting it? So, that lady feels that, yes, I am important for you. That desire to important is fulfilled. She also knows that you will die one day. Right? A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ship is for. Many of the seats are vacant. Those ships are in harbor. Those ships are in harbor. Means comfort zone does not bring success. The best anecdote I told you, Ramayana, Rama could have been a prince of his state, enjoyed the state. Buddha was the ship who was in harbor, tied up with all the luxuries of the life. But that ship is not made to be there. It came out, it suffered for 6 years. And down the line, after 2500 years, I am taking the name of Buddha. So ships need to fight that storms in the water. Getting it? So it was on comfort zone, that means adversity, how adversities make a man man. That is the meaning of this. Right. You will give a lot of examples here. This was outstanding essay. In fact, all the 4 essays, if you see from my point of view, as we have seen discussed now, are you not enjoying these essays? That you need to do in the examination. But you have to understand that. To understand that, you have to prepare for that. You have to make yourself ready for that. Getting it? What if God comes and meets you? Everybody who is religious enough might be wanting कि भगवान के दर्शन हो जाए. Actually, you don't want भगवान, good marks and IAS, you say like that. But in reality, religion or attachment to religion means to connect with God. To connect with God. You connect only for your own aspirations. Lakshmi ji, rank, marks in the examination. You are trained so actually. When you mature enough, come of age, you will come to know that That is not the purpose of religion. Suppose God comes and meets you. Are you prepared for that? No. What will happen if God comes to you? You will say, I'll take selfie. God, let us take one selfie. You'll do like that. What you will do? How many of you are religious? Say, no one is religious. World is going somewhere else. Yeah. Romantic men are dead. Only scientific men present here. Yes. How many of you are religious? Just say. Imandari se say. How many of you are non-religious? Non-religious. Don't believe in God. और गॉड ने उससे मिलवाया नहीं इसलिए झगड़ा हो गया. It's kind of that. He could not meet her. She got married to somebody else. So I won't talk to you, God. Most of you are like that, I know. I got not good rank this year, or could not clear the exam this year. I will hate you. What will happen to him? Nothing. Your hating will not do any harm to him. Don't bother about that. Anyways, whoever is religious, moksha is better or meeting God is better? Meeting God is not better. What kind of religion is this? Again the desire is there. Again the attachment is there. Getting it? So what I want to say is, be prepared. Be prepared to meet these things. Meet these. If you are prepared enough, God will come today. Sabri was waiting for God. Sabri was waiting for God. She was a very small fellow on this earth. Useless fellow. Good for nothing. But she knew God will come. And when God came to her, what she did? She presented the best of things he had. The sweetest of the fruits he had. And after testing that, confirming that, yes, these are the sweetest one. She did not knew all those etiquettes and all. But she knew that God will come, I am prepared. So when these type of essays come, you prepare, God will really love that. You will love these essays, you will enjoy with these essays, and then only you can get 150 plus in these essays. Then only you will get those. Yes, got it? Section B. Section B essays. Previously the questions were like in section B they used to ask, before this they used to give 2 philosophical in section A, 3 non-philosophical in section A. 2 philosophical in section B, 3 non-philosophical in section B. Right? This was the pattern since last 6 to 7 years. This 21, 22 and 20 to 2020, they started changing things. They segregated first. They shifted all the philosophical essays in one section and all the non-philosophical essays in section 2. Like they started giving environment, social issues. Means you might be good at environment, you might be good at education, you might be good at women empowerment, but you have to write only one of them. You are not good at philosophical essays, but you have to write any one of them. So they made something compulsions like thing. But in 2021 and 2022, in 2021, they made every essay philosophical. They made every essay philosophical. In 2022, they mix both. The philosophy based on those topics. That doesn't mean that if you are a student from philosophical background, you will do better in this. You need to know the environment. You need to know ecology. Then only you can write those things. The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. What does it mean? Everything done timely, right? Okay, we need to understand that. You cannot step twice in the same river. Time will pass again, the same thing. Time. A smile is chosen vehicle for all ambiguities. Smiles, how they change everything. Really, one of the most beautiful thing which we have got is smile. That can change everything. And when it is natural. When you see a baby, small baby of 2 years, 1 year or 6 months smiling, did you stop smiling? You reply with the smile. You know that he is not knowing that I am smiling, but you smile. That is that contagious. Smile is very contagious. The smile is the chosen vehicle for all ambiguities. Whenever there is confusion, sir, you know Telugu or not? I'll say ambiguities and smile. Your answer is not addressed, but you are happy with that. Getting it? The smiles are very useful in such situations, right? Just because you have a choice, it does not mean that any of them have to be right. This is what they are doing with the essays. Just because you have a choice, it does not mean that any of them is to be right, has to be right. Many are questioning that why you are giving this kind of essays. They said previously we used to give choice. That doesn't mean that. This is their answer actually. They have said, they have replied all the RTIs in this way. Getting it? So actually we will discuss this like this. At first sight it seemed that part A is difficult comparison to part B, isn't it? But not now. We have explained the first part very easily. Part A is more like a compulsion, forcing the majority of aspirant to write the fourth topic. Yes? A ship in the harbor. Part B, first topic is the easiest in my opinion. 2 and 3 are equally difficult, and last is the toughest of the lot. Last is the toughest. Yeah, that is very tough to explain how. Choices always does not matter. That is very philosophical, very intense philosophy is that. Getting it? This year's paper for UPSC mains was the opposite of last year. Opposite. Many are saying in the social media, yeah, this is the trend, they have given again the philosophy. No, this is not philosophical essay. They have mixed the philosophy with the topic. Last year's paper was a play on philosophy and twist of English language and abstraction, whereas this year it has been more mix of philosophy, general quotes and conventional topics. Mix of philosophy and conventional topics. The topics for the essays were expected ones actually, because environment you expect they will ask, right? Economy you expect they will ask, right? Forests are the best case studies. General quote based, the best time to fix your roof is while the sun is shining is from the family of quotations and proverbs. Conventional history is a series of victories by the scientific man over. This is conventional type. Getting it? The science and literature has been mixed here. Science and literature has been mixed here. If we discuss the forests are the best case studies for economic excellence, as per Indian Express, this quote I got from Indian Express, a simpler topic from the area of environmental economics where much more of content would have been derived from GS paper. People think that content are from GS paper. Yes, if you know the ecological succession, if you know how the forests are regenerated, how the forests are destroyed, how the forest fires do take place, why the forest fires do take place. If you know all those things, you can write this answer. Case studies as example could have enriched the arguments. Aspirants may have been reminded of state of forest report, forest inclusive and sustainable economic growth and employment. This was the 2019 study by United Nations Forum on Forest. They said that forests inclusive and sustainable economic growth. This was the theme of the topic. This is how they design. They do lot of homework. And you should be more smart than them. Then only you can beat them. You can think like them. Getting it? Investing in forest. The Business Insight report of World Economic Forum, June 2021. Indonesia's experiment in reducing emissions and fighting deforestation. Miyawaki method. Japanese method of regenerating forest. And the case study of industrial engineering Subhendu Sharma, who left high paying job and worked towards creating natural forest and promoting sustainability. These examples you can take, and you can take examples from economic side, you can parallel those examples, right? Many students would have thought on the lines of use of best case studies for economic excellence, talking about efficient use of resources, beating scarcity, interdependence, sustainability while preparing for the exam in detail. So you must have collected these topics, these things, and those collections you will match with these things. So the questions are not asked abruptly, they are asked because there is some theme in that, there is some concept in that, right, which was very relevant. Getting it? If we discuss this, history is an advance of science of romanticism. Romanticism is impact of emotion and feeling, like being a tourist, visiting places, being superficial, not getting in depth about it, whereas science is an art, a collective effort. Romanticism, anything can be romanticism. If you say that Narendra Modi is trying to romanticize nationalism, that is also a kind of romanticism. If you are defying the scientific basis, logical and rational basis, that means you are romantic enough. Getting it? Science triumphs over romance as it is about catching the material reality. The bull by the horn, science has been prevailing. Why it is prevailing? Because ultimately the things become clearer in the coming years. Copernicus said that Earth is surrounding the sun. He was being treated as a mad guy. But after a few years, things became clearer. So science will prevail whatsoever. Romanticism may become dominant for a few years like that, but rationality always prevails. Logic always prevails. A topic that may be naive, take an aspirant to their history classes and notes. Enormous Carlyle stated that the history of the world is but the biography of great men. Biography of great men. We read personalities in history. What we read? Actually personalities. And what they have done. That means the history was created by man. Getting it? And without romanticism, he cannot create that. If he cannot romanticize that, Akbar or Ashoka cannot romanticize that I can spread my thoughts to the world. The theory of Dhamma can be spread to the far and wide of India. That is romanticism actually. And he succeeded in that. He spread it to Ceylon, he spread it to Burma, he spread it to China. Everywhere he spread. Getting it? Students must have thought of Nobel Prize winners, successful scientists and their inventions, wisdoms, objectives, etc. But the antithesis of the topic also demanded an aspirant to think from the perspective romanticism, poetry, art and literature. It is not that always you have to prove that science is prevailing. Without, as I said, here Ashoka's romanticism is there. People do romanticize. If the courage was not romanticized, no one would be courageous enough. It should be romanticized. If victory was not romanticized, no war could be won. Everything, in fact, in again Mahabharata, what was romanticized? Dharma. Dharma was romanticized. Okay? So you have to think on both dimensions, the thesis as well as antithesis. That's why in conclusion you will create a synthesis. Getting it? It is a test of candidate of what he or she understand victories. Similarly, a smile is chosen vehicle for all ambiguities. This essay topic was quoted by Herman Melville. Who quoted it? Herman Melville, an American. It simply means that in situation of doubt, dilemma and unclarity, the smile is the way out. As I gave the example. Do you know Telugu? It talks about human nature and attitude. But I'm learning. I'm learning. I will learn Telugu very soon. Is the smile product of cool-mindedness while handling challenging and confusing situations, or excuse to avoid? The essay expects a candidate to discuss why such an attitude, what it leads to, and many other questions. A topic which we all agree to, but the task lies in elaboration. We must be knowing that, yeah, topic is good, but how to elaborate on smile so much? How to elaborate that? You need dimensions on that. You have to brainstorm on those dimensions. Let us discuss some of the dimensions where we will use smile as an ambiguities. How smiles help? Argumentative, it is an argumentative essay actually. You have to argument. You have to develop a topic statement like smiles creates the atmosphere. When there is a silence, nobody is talking to nobody, the smiles start the conversation. They create the atmosphere. Okay, this is the analysis, and similarly you will conclude on some point like that. Getting it? Smile is chosen vehicle for the candidates who like to explore more behavioral or interpersonal topics. They could pick smile is the best device, is often the device that hides ambiguities. It is more on life, how you handle life, and how you use smile as a tool of good living. Getting it? In this topic we can dissect smiles, the variety of smile, its purpose, what is the social decorum of it, which can make your smile infectious with personal open. Everything is open in this essay. You can define it, you can define the variety of smile, some smile, you can make it comedy also, comic also. That shrewd smile, crude smile, or smile. Many times you have heard that there is a statement in Hindi that hasi to fasi, right? So you want to create her smile, so you smile forcibly. Whenever she looks at you and she is thinking, what rubbish, what kind of guy is this? And you are thinking, my smiles are contagious, and they will create smile there, and once she smiles, she is mine. This kind of foolishness you all must have done in your childhood, means not childhood, teenage actually, right? So you can make it comic also, light also with your discussion, your argumentative power. You need to develop that argumentative power, right? Mona Lisa smiles, smiles of Krishna, Sakuni, and importance of smile in tough times, importance of smile when you fail the examination, importance of smile when you pass the examination, smile, importance of smile when anybody asks about party, anybody asks about movie, right? When your father asks about your marriage, smile has all those importance. You can develop those, right? Poets are the unacknowledgeable legislators of the unacknowledgeable legislators of the world. This essay topic is one of the best known and most frequently quoted lines from the romantic poet Percy P.B. Shelley. Right? Shelley thinks that poets can institute laws and create new materials for knowledge, determining role of poet as a legislature. Shelley's account of poetic language seeks to find an order to the chaos which possibly Shelley sees in human society, the mess. So it is not important that you must be knowing this, that P.B. Shelley said this. If you know it, better. If you don't know it, then also you can write this essay, right? Therefore, he thinks the poets enhance poetic language and can reinstitute order in human society. Poem and literature is a mirror of the society. Poets know arteries and veins of society. That's why they write. Just read Nanak, read Kabir. Kabir knew the society of that time better than anybody else in the world. Without, even he said that I never picked a pen. He never picked a pen. He never used the ink because he was illegible. He was illiterate. He could not write. He only can speak. That was his observation of the society. He was so much blessed. If you read Kabir, you need to read like people like Kabir, and to be rational. To be rational. To avoid illogical thinking related to religion, society and world, you need to read people like Kabir. I know I read Hindi, English, that's why, and Bangla and Punjabi, so that's why I read these people. I read Nanak, I read Rabindranath Tagore. Reading them came to know that how these people, without reading a line, can write these things so beautifully. Then I came to the conclusion that everything is in mind. Knowledge is in mind. There is a big server that is known as universe. You may call it E is equal to mc square. You may call it God or superpower, anything. And there is a small servers, those are fitted here. Everybody is having that. You need to connect this server with that server. And you can download anything. Believe me. Books are stimulants. What I will do, the knowledge is with you. What I will do, I will stimulate those knowledge. I will stimulate those knowledge. Books stimulate those knowledge. If you say, I am the expert in physics, if you say, I am expert in physiology, if you say, I am expert in psychology, what does it mean? That those terms are stimulated in my mind already. I don't know about biology. I might not be knowing biology. I might not knowing archaeology. But about polity I know. About international relations I know. Because I have stimulated my knowledge to that level. Reading those books. If I start reading physics, I will get the knowledge of physics. Have you heard about Elon Musk? Must have heard. He is the new god. Actually, you know his story. How he built SpaceX. He went to Russia. When he thought about building something, he became very romantic. I will build rockets. Went to Russia. He said that you have all the old rockets in your dump yard. Please sell some of them to me. They quoted a huge price. They have the habit because they were selling to India at exaggerated rate. They thought we have got a new Murga, sell him. But that was Elon Musk. He said, no, I don't have that much money. He came back, took the flight, came back, went to the bookshop, bought all the books related to space science and rocket science, went to his house, closed the door for 2 years. He studied all those books, and after studying those books, stimulated his knowledge of rocket science. He was just a physics graduate. Just a physics graduate. Means he knew rocket science as much he knew the law of inertia, law of motion. He was not that intelligent or knowledgeable. He read those books, stimulated that knowledge. And now, you can see, he created his own rocket. When he created, people thought, Acha, you created very good. What you will do with this? Who is going to buy a rocket? Build Haldiram Bhujia so that everybody can buy it. Build those things. Those are products, those are consumable products, FMCGs and all. You are building a rocket. Suppose you sell one rocket. There will be one or two purchasers. Who will purchase it? He also didn't know that. He said, don't know, but I needed to build it. Future is this. After 3 to 4 failures, successfully he built one. But till then, he became bankrupt. He became bankrupt. And on 26th December, his Tesla and SpaceX were going to be locked. On 25th December, he got a call from NASA. You built rockets, I heard? He said, yes. Will you be building for us? He said, how much you will be paying for that? For a starting, we can pay $10 billion. $10 billion? Elon Musk revived. That means, if you romanticize something, if you want to know about something, you need to stimulate your knowledge about that. He stimulated, it became successful. Observe the society. UPSC needs your observation skill. That's why in essay, anecdotes, examples are appreciated. Because UPSC wants to know the observation skill of yours, the attitude to connect with the knowledge, right? Just explain how the epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata created and recreated the norms and rules of social living in simple storytelling. Many have read Ramayana and Mahabharata, but after reading Percy vs. Shelley, P.B. Shelley, how you recall this, right? How Kabir and Nanak ji invoked secular credentials of the society. How ballads are used to invoke nationality and national law. How poets like Rahat Indori used poems to criticize national laws. Rahat Indori, have you heard him? He speaks in Hindi, I think, in Urdu actually. Rahat Indori, he died last year. Poems to criticize national laws and policy which can't act as an antithesis, which can act as an antithesis. Antithesis means government can know the aspirations of the people, what people want through these criticisms, and they can build law. So this way you can manage these essays. A ship in the harbor safe, but that is not what the ship is to be. This essay topic is connected with John A. Shedd, an author and professor, who is attributed to this quote reference his book Salt from My Attic, a collection of quotes and sayings, 1928. This book was written in 1928, from where this has been picked. This phrase means that getting out of your comfort zone is key. You know the things, we have discussed that. Don't repeat the same mistakes. Again, learn from history, avoid wars, conflict, parochialism, discrimination, injustice can be expanded in political and economic, etc. These are the themes of the topic. The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. The essay topic was connected with John F. Kennedy in his 1962 State of the Union address, where he addressed that the best time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. Things are not abruptly taken, they are taken because that is required. This might be addressing the issues of COVID and after effects. When government was struggling to handle things after COVID, so it was the time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. You need to build more hospitals. You need to build more cold storages. You need to build more vaccine storage system. It was not during COVID that you started building oxygen plants and all. Getting it? So that was asked because of those things, right? The primary message of the quote is fixing a leak is best done when the weather is good. Explained. Ideally, you should begin the work of fixing the roof as soon as after the leak was found. Time up. Exam. And then also you are attending this seminar. Actually, I decided to take it till 1, but I started discussing this paper. That's why it's lengthy. Okay, you can go. Thank you. This statement is being used to remind us to do the right thing at the right time. It also points us to take the advantage of the favorable time. The next rest you can discuss. You can not step twice in the same water. You understand the meaning? It is not possible to repeat the past experiences as the time all changes. You won't get the exact experience. On the theme time, they asked 2 questions. Both were on time only. It was easy to write. Just because you have a choice does not mean that any of them has to be right. This we need to discuss. This essay topic was quoted by Norton Juster, an American academic, architect and writer in his book The Phantom Toolbooth. It talks about out of the box thinking. Theories of ethics will make you think of ethical relativism and morality. What appears to be an easy topic required good examples and dimensions to elaborate. Examples are very much required in this. What you should do. This I wanted to explain this, for that I had explained that actually. What should aspirants prepare for the next year? Do for an essay paper. What you should do and what should expect. First of all, you should take the essay paper seriously. That's what is the motto of my class. That take the essay paper seriously. Practice it. Till February now. You need to practice essays, 3 to 4 essays every week. If you write essay, write 1 or 2 essay. Make frames for 1 or 2 essays. That means put your brain in the thinking mode in that direction. How to connect the Lego pieces, how to connect the quotes, right? Unless properly trained, it is not easy to write 10 to 12 pages an abstract or philosophy topic. If you don't practice, how you will write 1,000 words there? 150 is enough for you. Writing 150 words for a topic which you have read for 1 year, it's really tough. How you will write 1,000 words? You need to polish your comprehension and analytical skills. What is comprehension skill and what is analytical skill? Comprehension means to understand things better and connect it with other known facts. Means analogous study. What is analogy? Through the known, know the unknown. Getting it? Means if you want to know something, a table is to chair, pencil is to paper, pen is to paper. Getting it? This way, analogously, with an analogous study, you can develop your comprehension skill. Analytical skills means what? You know how to dissect things into pieces, open it up, see the connectivity, and again how to build it again. Suppose I open this laptop. There is a motherboard, there is a processor, there is a hard disk, there is a RAM, there is a lot of transistors, diodes and all those things. You need to know the functions of those things. That is how you analyze. Getting it? How they are connected. Read different kinds of essays, particularly philosophical essays. Whenever you get chance, you read essays, philosophical essays. Give stress to the thoughts of philosophers like Kant, Aquinas, John Locke, Friedrich Nietzsche, Karl Marx, etc. If you are sociology student, if you are anthropology student, if you are philosophy student, if you are psychology student, you must have some kind of thinkers and theories there, even in political science and there. Getting it? And in history you have a lot of personalities to read. Getting it? To read them. At least read one book. If you don't read anything, read one book. The Makers of Modern India by Ramchandra Guha. Write it down. Makers of Modern India by Ramchandra Guha. Makers of Modern India by Ramchandra Guha. That will help you to know the stories of and contributions of personalities and how they think. Or if you want to know about the modern Indian personalities, you can read Iconic Indians, 100 Iconic Indians. I don't remember the writer. 100 Iconic Indians. Lot of books are there. Some are in fact costly enough. There is a book for the teenage girls. That book was The Rebel Girls. For girls, they can read that book. There are stories from modern girls like Serena Williams, Sunita Williams, or Jhumpa Lahiri. There are stories of those girls, and in a very fairy tale way, that you can use as an anecdote. As an anecdote in various essays, right? Also, be prepared to write essay touching on the areas like society, politics, economy or technology. UPSC is known for surprises. So remember that there is nothing like a constant trend that philosophical essays will be asked. They may ask non-philosophical topic based essays also, so we have to prepare for that also. And kindly note that difficulty is measured on how the student will struggle in the exam hall to arrange the ideas and convey the same. It is all again depends on your Lego pieces being designed or arranged properly. Getting it? This is what you require to do. Essay is low hanging fruit in UPSC. That is both a good thing and a bad thing. Good because those who have natural gift of storytelling, polished through some basic work, will shine, and when they become toppers, the crowd assumes it is not the big deal. The last minute will work and make just like him. So to be like him, you need to work more hard. You need to work harder actually. Don't see him like he got 160 marks. Because, and he said, I never practiced essay actually. He might be gifted, yaar. He might be a gifted storyteller. He might be a stand-up comedian. He might be a good or voracious reader. You don't know the background and you assume that, okay, essay can be done in the last minute. But it is not for everyone. It is not for everyone. You need to practice. To be like him, you need to work very hard. Unfortunately, natural effortless writing or persuasive writing is not a gift that everyone is blessed with. But this essay writing is a skill, is an art, and every art, may it be harmonium or riding a bicycle or any art of drawing, painting, dancing, anything, can be learned or not. So you need to learn that. That's what we are going to do in the next step, that we are going to learn this art of writing essay actually, if we are not gifted enough. Okay. Common mistakes you do. I said, UPSC says, hitting the hammer on the head. Relevancy. If you don't stick, I said na 5 to 6,000 copies. It is huge. They vary, they divert. In fact, they are deviant on their topic. They deviate from their topic. Contextualization, not expressing the examples or dimensions as per the essence of the topic. Examples means they are giving the examples because they need to give it. They have not categorized it. They have not built their Lego pieces properly. Not using proper examples and data, interpretation of topic in narrow sense, focusing on one keyword, then essence of the topic. Topic is always a dimension or the interplay between two things. If you miss any one of them, only forest, no economy, you are gone. Only economy, not forest as a case study, you are gone. You have to learn from forest, apply in the economics. That was the theme. Getting it? Very casual and generic discussion, no depth or substantiation. This is the biggest problem we face in the essay. Most of the students, they think that I have written the paragraph. What you have written? The topic statement, only topic statement will not do. You have to analyze that, only analysis will not do. You have to conclude it. Jo shuru kiya, what you have started, you have to end also. Getting it? Other mistakes, there are this much of mistakes. Informal language, too many strikes over, you cut and write, Flow charts and diagrams, too much of flow charts and diagrams are not required in the essays. Writing only issues, not giving solutions to that. Getting emotional over the things. Not practicing for 3 hours. How you will write 2 essays in 3 hours? You need to practice that also. Because 5 minutes for assessing and understanding the topic, 15 minutes for preparing the background, means preparing the framework, and 5 minutes for arranging your thoughts in a direction, right? Not brainstorming before writing the essay. Lengthy paragraphs without space, means this much of paragraph, 1 page, 1 paragraph. What is that? Small paragraphs, short paragraphs. And there should be a proper transition from one paragraph to another. How it will be done, what words are to be used, we will learn that. Haphazard structure. Haphazard means unorganized. UPSC has given the direction properly. Structured essays are only accepted. Writing in bullet points. Don't write in bullet points. You can use 1 paragraph or 2 paragraph as a bullet points, right? And all the evils of not having content plus confidence. This is the blunder. If you are not having content and not having confidence, that too. Confidence will come by using this technique of open page thinking. Content will also come with that. And not having any good quotes or keywords. So we will build a pool of quotes and keywords, examples, anecdotes, etc. All the above are just some of the most common mistakes, and each and every mistake is an opportunity for the evaluator to reduce your marks. More mistakes, fewer marks. So lack of gifted writing plus more mistakes is equal to mediocre or subpar scores. How you score less in examination? This is the way you score less in the examination. Means most of us In fact, 99% of us are not gifted. But we have not practiced to avoid mistakes. Mediocre. Lack of gifted writing plus cardinal sins. Cardinal sins. Not having content. Not brainstormed. Wrong interpretation, etc. Disastrous scores. 40 marks, 30 marks, 20 marks in 125 marks. That is blunder. Gifted writing plus more mistakes. Even if you are gifted and you are writing with mistakes, unforgivable mistakes, wrong interpretation, disastrous score. So if you are in the 1% of gifted writers, that doesn't mean that you are going to score better. What is the answer then? Practice. Organize your thought. Learn how to organize your thought and regularly practice. For practice we will use weekly assignments. We will use weekly assignment. Even after completing the session, you will be getting assignments of 4 essays. Complete those essays. You will get some guidelines for that in that assignment. Getting it? What is the best course of action? Lack of good writing skill not a prerequisite to be an IAS. You can reduce the impact through lot of writing practice. Do the basic stuff, avoid all or as many mistakes, even average content with average content, but less mistakes in the direction. Hitting the nail but not very hard will also fetch you some marks like 125 or 135. Write a full length essay before the mains. Before the mains you should have practiced at least 50 essays writing in time limit. 50 essays writing in time limit. Do some basic works like brainstorming various topics which we will be doing. Take theme from previous year questions. Collect at least 2 quotes per theme. I said at least 2. We will be collecting 10 to 12, right? Feel free to use GS 1 to 4 knowledge. How to use those facts, we will be learning that also. Read a few toppers copies for presentation and ideas sake. Some toppers copies. You can get it on internet also. If you ask from the institution may also provide you. Don't give a damn about grammar and spelling. That is not, they are not going to judge you on your English. They are going to judge you as a thinker, as a thoughtful man, as a rational man, not as a English man, right? Getting it? Spelling mistakes, that much, unless it's terrible. Terrible means what? You know it better. Or obvious, here and there it is not even a reason for you to be worried about. There may be some mistakes, there may be some kind of English grammatical comma or preposition errors, but forget those things. They are not going to be bothered. Getting it? And you need not to use flowery English. No, St. Stephen class, Shakespearean English, thou, thou is not required there. The simple you write, the more you explain. You are writing for a person who is not knowing you. That means you need to use your argumentative and explanation power to gain that. Thus, with this, we will be running this program for next 40 hours. I hope this will help you all in gaining 150, at least 140, 150 marks in essay. That will boost you to the rank. Now, I will take 5 minutes. I will take some questions from you. If you have any question, you can ask on essay. Yes, this is your turn now. I'm tired speaking 2 hours. Yeah. Any question? Be curious. That is the one of the thumb rule of UPSC and essay also. Be curious. Questions? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, anybody. But avoid political personalities. You can take from Ratan Tata, you can take from Elon Musk, you can take from, but avoid political, because there may be a person sitting there who can judge you on the political presumptions, right? Getting it? So avoid those things. Only political you avoid. Yeah. Mhm.
So how can we balance
Balance means the
ethics?
in ethics,
Yes.
ethical moral norms are always upheld in the UPSC examination. Whatever you will be speaking morally, that only creating SEZs.
We know only sustainable development. Otherwise,
Otherwise, you can be like, morality means when you are not including the most poorest one in that development model, that is also unethical. That is biased. Getting it? When you are serving the needs of crony capitals, means some of Adanis and Ambanis, your development model is befitting them, not the poorest of the poor. That is also unethical actually. That needs to be balanced. How Adanis and Ambanis also grow, and with them the poor also are uplifted from their means previous lifestyle. Getting it? That is how you keep balance. That is how you maintain ethical morality in development. Getting it? Anybody else? Any more questions? Lunchtime. Thank you for coming and enjoying this. I hope you have enjoyed this session. This was quite helpful. I tried to be holistic and cover most of the aspect. I also discussed the previous year paper in this 2 hours. That was tough to do. I never planned that, but it happened abruptly in the class, because I thought that will help you to know the upcoming papers, how they are going to appear in front of you. Any more question or suggestion you want to add? Yes? No? Thank you. Thank you.